In this video, we are going to understand how to add new invitees from Calendly to Flowdesk as subscribers. So if you are using Calendly, which is a scheduling software, and here for any particular event, every time an invitee is created, then the same invitee with the same details should be created as a subscriber here in Flowdesk, which is an email marketing solution. Now to do this, we will have to integrate these two applications using Pabbly Connect. So here our trigger application will be Calendly and our action application will be Flowdesk. Now to understand how you can do this yourself, integrate and automate this entire process, let me take you to my screen. Here we are going to understand, so every time a user schedules for a particular event in Calendly and fills up the details in the form, then how automatically the same user is added as a subscriber in Flowdesk. To do this, we'll have to integrate Calendly with Flowdesk using Pabbly Connect. Now to understand how, let's start. Now this here is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect software, and you can reach here by clicking on the link which is given in the video description. So if you are an existing user, simply sign in, and if you are a new user, you will have to sign up, but it is not going to take more than 2 minutes, and also you will get 100 free tasks to explore this entire application. Now, once you reach the dashboard, on the right hand side, there's a tab Create Workflow. Click on this. This dialog box is here, and here you will have to name your workflow. Now, you can give any random name. So, my objective here is to add new Calendly invitees to Flowdesk as subscribers, which means that every time for any particular event, an invitee is created in Calendly, then automatically the same user should be added as a subscriber in Flowdesk. So now here I'm going to click on create, and as I do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One here is trigger, another one here is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens. Action says do this. Basically action here is the automated response of our trigger application. Let's understand this with an example. So every time you swipe your card and the payment is made, then you get a message or a notification on WhatsApp or SMS. How does that happen with the help of automation? In such a case, your trigger application will be the payment gateway like InstaMojo, Razorpay, etc. And your action application will be WhatsApp or SMS sending services. Now let's come to our use case. So here my trigger application will be Calendly. Let's click on this, and the trigger event here will be invitee created. Now here we have got two options, organization or user. So this triggers the webhook for all subscribed events within the organization, and this triggers the webhook for subscribed events that belong to the specific user. So if it is organization based, you can go ahead with for this particular event, and if it is user based, then we have to choose this. Here I'm going to go ahead with the user based invitee created. And now our action application here will be Flowdesk. So I'm going to look for this, yes. And here what is my objective? That the moment this invitee is created here, so I have to create or update a subscriber. Once this is done, now let's go to our trigger application, and here I'm going to click on connect. As we do that, here Pabbly Connect wants to connect itself with the Calendly account. Let's select add new connection, connect with Calendly. Now before I have done that, I already have logged into my Calendly account. So you can see that the authorization has been successful. So you must ensure that you have already logged into your Calendly account as well as your Flowdesk account before you start with the automation of this process. Next, here we have to select the organization and the user. So here you can see that the organization and user, so they have already been selected by the system. Why? Let me take you to my Calendly account, and here you can see that I have got only one organization and the user has already been selected. So that is why it has already been taken by the system. Why? Because there is only one. Now when you want to create, you can click on this option, and here you have event type, one-off meeting, meeting poll, etc. So you can create your own events, you can create your own organizations. Now here I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as I do that, here we can see it is waiting for response, which means that here we have to do a test submission so that we can get the data here. So I'm going to take you to Calendly. So here I have already created a booking page and the name of the event is product demo. This is for 30 minutes and it's a one-on-one session. So you can create different events. So when you click on this new event type, so you have got all the options here. So you can create your own event accordingly. What I'm going to do here is, now I'm going to go back and here I'm going to copy this link and open this link in a new tab. Okay. As I do that, here we have the booking page right in front. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a date and time. Let's say for 19th of July, I want this event from 10 o'clock. Click on next. Here we have to enter the user details. So let's say the name here is Strange. The last name is user. This here is the email address. And this here is the mobile number. If you want, you can add multiple guests. Now I'm going to click on schedule event. And you can see that my event has been scheduled with demo user. Now demo user is the person with whom I have scheduled this event. This is a one-on-one session. Okay. Once I have done this, now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect to see if we have received the response. And yes, here we have received the response. So this here is my cancel URL. So if I wish to cancel this event, so this is the URL. Then this is created at this and that time. Then here we have the email address of the person. This here is my event link. Then we have the first name, last name. Here I have got the full name. Then again, as I take you down, so here I have the mobile number. And this here is the reschedule URL. And then the status is shown as active. Here we have the time zone. And this here is the date and time. And then we have got the email address of the person. Here we have got the location type. Then we have here the name of the event. Okay, so once we have received all this information, what I want, so this user who has just enrolled for this product demo event, I want to create that user as a subscriber in Flowdesk. So I'm going to here click on connect and here I'm going to select add new connection, connect with Flowdesk. So here we have to confirm our email address and password. And once we do that, Pabbly is requesting permission to access my Flowdesk account. I'm going to click on allow. So as I do that, here we can see that the authorization has been successful, which means Flowdesk and Pabbly Connect are now connected. Now here we have to fill in this information. First of all, choose by which you want to create or update subscriber. Now here we have got two options. Either you can create this subscriber with the help of an ID or an email. So I have got email, so I'm going to select this. Next we have the field value, which means we have to add the email address of the person. So how am I going to do that? As I click on this, you can see the previous step. Let's click on this and this here is the email address of the person. Now this method with which I have added the information here is known as mapping. Mapping means that I already have this information in the previous step and I'm just going to retrieve it here. Why is it important? So that every time the workflow runs, it can take the new data into consideration. Let's say I had written the same email address manually. So when my workflow was running in real time, it wouldn't have taken the new data. Instead, it would have taken this data because the moment we write something manually, it becomes a static information. But here, every time the workflow is going to run in real time, I'll have dynamic information because it's going to change every time. That is why we map this information. Okay, next here we have to map this. So I'm going to click on this first name. So this here is the first name, last name. Here we have the last name. So send opt-in confirmation emails to subscribers. So here you can select yes or no as per your preference. Then we have the name of the company. So here in Calendly, you can create a form and you can add the value of the company as well. So here I'm just going to leave this blank. Then we have the mobile number. So I'm going to click on this. This here is the mobile number. Once we have filled in this information, I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as I do that, here we can see we have received the response, according to which now the subscriber must be created in Flowdesk. Let's go and check the same. So this is Flowdesk. I'm going to go to audience. I'm going to refresh this page. And you can see that yes, we have strangeuser@pabblytudes.com. Here is the subscriber created. So this means that our integration is a success. Now we also need to check the same in real time. So I'm going to take you back to Calendly. Here again, I'm going to copy this link, open this here in a new tab. And again, I'm going to select a date and time. Let's say this is for 31st of July at 11 o'clock. Next, we have to fill in the details. So the first name is dummy, the last name is new123. This here is the email address and this here is the mobile number. I'm going to schedule this event. So this event has been scheduled with demo user. Let's go and check Flowdesk if this user is created here as a subscriber. I'm going to first go back, refresh this page. And here you can see that yes, we have our subscriber here, which means our integration is a complete success. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect, let's quickly understand what we have done. So this is an extremely easy two-step integration process where our trigger application is Calendly, the event is invitee created user, and our action application is Flowdesk, where the event is to create or update subscriber. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can always refer to the workflow. The same workflow is given in the video description. And you can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us. Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.